In this video, I'm off road tripping in the 2CV. It's about time. We've got the wing attached, we can actually go. I still need to do lots of rust proofing, but I've just got a quick run around Ellie with the grease gun. So I've done the grease points, the main ones at the front, drive shafts and kingpins. That's all good. I managed to find an old grease gun which actually works, but I've just had a bit of a catastrophe this morning. I've just been doing under bonnet pre-flight checks. Look at the state of that hose. I don't hold out much hope of that surviving the journey. That really has degraded very badly. I don't know if that's because of ethanol or just because there was a batch of absolutely useless fuel hose that just does that anyway. That hose hasn't been fitted to Ellie very long. I think I did it before I went to Croatia, so that is absolutely appalling. The rest of the rubber pipe, it's plastic for the most of the run, is seems okay, so I'm gonna have to try and replace that, but I need to see if I can find some in the chaos that is my unit. Putting some lights on may help or may not. So I need to see if I can find some pipe, and if I can, I need to swap it. Otherwise, plan B is I'm going to be jumping in Myrtle, and Myrtle will have to do it. Foxanne here is waiting for me to sort out this door mirror. That screw thing, it's just a little plastic plug, and it's just pulled out. It's just too old. It's not actually holding against the forces acting on the mirror, so Foxanne's out of duty. The Daihatsu is still there. We haven't touched it since the engine came out. So yeah, let's see if we can find some hose, because I really would like to take Ellie. There we go, I found some. Just typically as I put the camera down, let's just put this in the light. It has got fuel markings on it, but I think this is the same pipe that's come out. Fuel hose, suitable for unleaded, R6. So even if that doesn't last more than a few months, it's better than having this. But it's not going to be long enough. It's got to reach from down there to there. We're just going to get away with that. So the next question is, can I get a screwdriver onto that port down there? I think I probably can sneak one around the cowling so I don't have to remove the fuel pump, because that would make life easier. Well, there we go. Access was fine, so I was able to get in and pulled it out. But yeah, look at that. That is really, really bad. Can I rip that? Not quite, but yeah, it just seems to have degraded really badly. There is a bit of a curve on it there, but even so, that is worrying, and I think I need to find some better hose, because that's the same hose, I think. It's kind of hard to make the sign out, but there we go. Glad I spotted that. Let's just check that over there, out of the way. And we'll just check Ellie actually still start some runs. Handbrake on. I'll just have a bit of a check, make sure there are no leaks. Beautiful. All seems good. So now we can get back to what I was originally going to do, which was just check the oil level, and then we can head off. 220 miles to cover today, going down to Devon to see my family. Yeah, I need to crack on. Well, I think it's probably the law to have the roof back on such a sunny day. I don't know how long I'm going to be able to tolerate it. May change my mind on the motorway. On the other hand, sometimes having the roof back actually lets the noise out, so it can actually be more peaceful. But good old Hubnut beanie. I've got gloves, and yeah, hopefully it'll be all right. Let's get you set up, and we'll set off. Actually, I can't take you with me. I seem to have forgotten to bring my mount, because I wasn't actually planning on making a video. The original plan was just to jump in Betty and go, but Betty has got to the stage where she needs another transmission top up. I do have plans to actually deal with that leaky transmission, and I don't want to risk it. We actually took her to Cardiff and back yesterday, and I just thought, well, if the weather's going to be nice, I might as well take Ellie. Ellie hasn't been on an adventure for ages. So yeah, I decided that, but in my haste to get out of the house this morning, I neglected to pack the camera. So it'll be a diary. I will check in with you occasionally. It's mostly motorway. It's going to be boring as hell. So we'll have some stop-offs on the way. I'll need to stop for lunch before we get to the motorway. And yeah, this will be a diary of my road trip, which should be around 440 miles, maybe 450 by the time we're back. Excellent, bring it on. Well, first stop, well actually I did pick up some fuel on the way, but first proper stop, going to stop and have some lunch now. We are approaching Hastily quite quickly. So we're running out of dual carriageway, which means I'll be driving Ellie on the motorway for the first time since the summer of 2020. Last year we went to Hereford to Pete Sparrow for some engine tuning, and that's it. She really hasn't done many miles. I've probably done more miles today with the roof off than I did in the whole of 2021, which frankly is disappointing. It's the only miles we've done today. We've got 21899 on the clock. It was, so we've done about 40 miles so far, I would say, and settling in nicely. She's going well. She's still making a horrible vibration noise, but doesn't seem to get any worse. So we'll just keep going. So I'll have a bite to eat and be on my way. Well, as you can see, I've actually put the roof back on. I've decided it's just a little bit too cold. I could put my coat on, but then you get a bit bulky and, you know, you're tight for shoulder space in a 2CV already. So if I put more clothing on, yeah, you end up feeling a bit too chonk, a bit too Michelin Man. Fittingly, we have one just down here. Yeah, I've decided to put the roof back on. We'll see how the noise levels go. I've got my earplugs in my pocket. I actually wore them. The reason we went to Cardiff last night is we went to see UB40, one of the two incarnations of UB40 at the moment. This is the one with Ali Campbell, the original lead singer, and a very enjoyable night it was too. In fact, we came down here, so that was quite a long trip in Betty last night. We got home just after 1 in the morning. I think it was about 1:30. So I went to bed about 2, and then up this morning we're back on the road in Ellie the 2CV. All the busy times. Let's carry on. It's another reason for not recording while I'm driving, because once I put the earplugs in, it's very hard to judge the sound of my own voice. Slightly, oh yeah, you're falling over already. I don't think that angle's going to work very well, unfortunately. Well, we're hammering along the M5 now. We're well into England. About 140 miles covered now, and one of the things I'm really noticing is that I'm cruising at 65 miles an hour. I apologise for the sun, it's a really bad angle. Cruising at 65 miles an hour with something left in reserve, which is very unusual in a 2CV. First time I've really had a chance to put that Sparrow tuning to the test. The 2CV went to him. Found an air leak, which could well explain why it felt like it was bleeding out at higher speed. He did so much work. So yeah, nice to finally feel the benefit of that work. Well, we've made it down to Devon. Excuse the pausing on the double yellows, they're not really anywhere to park, but this is Westwood Ho, Golden Bay. It's looking really pretty. So yeah, I'm overnighting here with my parents. Not here, but up the hill a bit. And yeah, I'll better go and have a cup of tea, I think. Much needed. It's been a long drive. Well done, Ellie. Well, it's day 2. We're now on the homeward stretch. Tiverton is just over there, the M5 motorway, just down in that valley. I'm at a services where I've just filled up at 166.9, actually a bit more because I put super in. I gave her a treat. But yeah, Ellie's running really well, bar that horrible noise, the reverberating noise. But yeah, there's something in there. I don't know what it is. It sounds like it could almost be cowling related, the cowling that goes around the engine. But I'm just going to push on and hope for the best. But yeah, so far she's actually running really nicely, even if she does sound absolutely terrible. No, in all honesty, I don't think there's anywhere I can put you if I'm going to be comfortable with, but you're secure enough. We'll try you there, but it might not last very long. But we'll go back to the motorway roundabout and ultimately onto the M5 motorway. So we're off at junction 27 of the M5 motorway at the moment. We've got from here probably around 170 miles to go until home, maybe 180. But yeah, nice to see my family again, so that's always a pleasure. Filmed a video on my dad's MG5 electric estate car, which really has just further fired me up to get an electric car. I really do like them. Here we go then, settle in for the long slog back to Wales. I don't know how well you're seeing this, but beautiful conditions for travelling. I've got a bit of a headwind at the moment, but it's not too bad. We're still cruising along. An indicated 70 miles an hour, which is about 65 in reality. Back in Wales, 222,200 miles on the clock. Ellie's still going nicely, and yeah, it's been a long old slog. We've still got quite a lot of motorway to go. It's starting to look absolutely epic. I hope you can see some of it. You're a little bit low. Oh, magical. We're on 222,212 miles at the moment. We'll get all the twos fairly shortly. I don't know if this is working or not, but I've brought back beard cam. Back in the old days, you'd never be completely obscured by beard. But the dial at the moment is 22221. It really is 22221. I hope you can see this, otherwise I'm looking really stupid for no reason. Driving along with a camera sticking out of my jumper. There we go, there we go. Historic moment. 222,222 miles. Well done, Ellie. Sounds horrific, but she's still going. Oh, we just stopped at Pont Abraham services. Not my favourite place to stop. The fuel here is horrific. Never fill up here. It's always about 10p a litre more than any other services in the UK. Worryingly, as I came to a halt, the oil pressure light started flickering. So it's probably about time I checked the engine oil level. So we'll be doing that, but actually I need to stop for a break and maybe something to eat. And yes, I finally got my light working again in here. So yeah, I'm going to have a bit of a break. Still probably an hour and a half to go. So yeah, need a rest. Right then, let's see what's up with an Ellie then. Oh, gold. Where's that coming from? I'm going to just check the old dipstick and see what the oil level is. Oh, this is fun. I can't see the dipstick tube now. Yeah, worryingly, that doesn't seem that low actually. So it could be the big ends are starting to go. Which, you know, we suspected. This is not a healthy engine. Yeah, it's about halfway on the marker. So there is the oil pressure light. Let's check we're in neutral. No low oil pressure light. Now it might just be we've been running at speed. The engine is clearly not in great shape, and once the oil's thinned out at speed, the oil pressure light's then coming on. But it's staying off now, so I'm going to shut the bonnet and carry on. Well, I've just filled up again, and yeah, that's another 25 quid for I think that was 18 litres of fuel. So that's what I've burnt through today. I think we're over 400. Yeah, we're on about 410 miles in total for the trip over 2 days. Oil pressure light, refreshingly nowhere to be seen. Just put those on route rather than veal. And yeah, we're on our way. But they've got no diesel here. This is Carmarthen Morrison's, and no diesel. The car's coming in, having a look and going, oh, and then driving out again. Are people panic buying again? Slightly concerning. But anyway, I'm burning petrol, so I think we'd better carry on home, because I'm shattered. Oh, well, I'm home. You might just be able to see, no, you probably can't. Not my Volvo right next to us, but yeah, that engine is not sounding spectacularly healthy, but it's all credit to 2CVs, but it is still going, and it did just do quite comfortably over 400 miles. I think about 440 miles, despite running like an absolute bag of poo. In fact, she's actually driving really nicely. This engine is the best engine she's ever had in terms of feel. It's just knackered by the sound of it. Been trying to ignore that fact for a bit too long. But anyway, we're home. So there you go. That's turned into a bit of a proper travel log. I was intending this for Hubnut, but I think this needs to be main channel. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. And don't forget you can support Hubnut by buying lovely merchandise. Order of various options. You can PayPal direct, you can Patreon, you can become a channel member. All the details in the description below. But yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you in a future video. Bye.